Hello everyone. In previous class we have discussed about the basics of electric current. Today we will start with drift velocity or you can say average velocity. So next topic is it is represented by Vd. Clear? Suppose we have a conductor of length L and area of cross section A. Okay. Initially it is not connected with any battery or you can say any supply. So in that case electrons are in random motion. Okay. Okay. Initially when it is not connected with any battery, then electrons are in random motion, but when it is connected with any supply, suppose if we will connect it with any battery, this is the positive terminal of this conductor and this will be the negative terminal. So in that case all the electrons align in the direction of positive terminal of the battery. And average velocity of this electrons is known as the drift velocity. Clear? So now we will define, first we will define the drift velocity, then we will move forward. Clear? It is defined as the average velocity with which free electrons gets drifted towards the positive end of a conductor when potential is applied across its ends. Clear? When potential V is applied across its end, then the average velocity of these electrons which is drifted towards the positive side of this conductor, or you can say positive, which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, is known as the average velocity. So this is known as drift velocity or average velocity. Clear? Now first we will find the initial average velocity of these electrons. So suppose it is, we have n number of electrons. So consider a conductor of length L and area of cross section A having n number of electrons. Clear? Now, its initial average velocity. So, initial average velocity, suppose it is represented by U average. U average, that is initial average velocity, which is sum of all the velocity of all the electrons and divided by number of electrons. That means U1 plus U2 plus Un divided by n. Clear? And as we know that initially the average velocity of all the electrons is 0. Reason behind, all the electrons are moving in the random direction, so they will cancel each other. So initial average velocity will be equals to 0. Clear? Let this is our equation number 1. Now, so what we have now, that is U average is equals to U1 plus U2 plus Un upon n, which is equals to 0, or U average is equals to 0. This is our equation number 1. Okay. So we can write, due to random motion of electrons, initial average velocity will be 0. Now, we'll consider the second case. Now, conductor is connected with a battery of potential V. Due to this, all free electrons gets drifted towards the positive terminal. Now, first we will calculate the amount of force exerted on these charges. So, force experienced. As we know that F is equals to Q into E. Here we will have some electric field in this direction. Here is positive charge, here is the negative charge. So, we will create an electric field from positive to negative direction. And what is Q? That is the charge. And here we will consider the electrons. So, can we say this is equals to E into E? This is our equation number 1. Here, this E represents the charge on any electrons. Now, according to Newton's 2nd, 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 2nd law of motion. Okay, according to Newton's second law of motion, this F can be written as m into a, that is mass into acceleration. That this is our equation number 2. Okay, now we'll calculate the value of acceleration. So from equation 1 and 2, so m into a is equals to e, m into a is equals to E, that is charge on an electron and electric field intensity. So this a can be written as E upon m. Let this is our equation number 3. Now so a is equals to E upon m, equation number 3. Okay. Now if we'll consider the final velocity means velocity of these electrons. So suppose we have n number of electrons. So in class 9 we have studied, and class 11 we have studied a formula V is equals to U plus AT. Okay. So can we say the velocity of, now we'll consider the final velocities. Okay. So velocities of first electron will be U1 plus a T1. Okay, that is time taken by the first electron. V2 is U2 plus a T2. Similarly, Vn is equals to Un plus a Tn. Okay. Now if we'll find the average velocity of n electrons, so V average, that is average final velocity, that is equals to V1 plus V2 plus Vn upon n. Now we'll put the all values in this equation. V average will become first we'll put the value of V1, that is U1 plus a T1, plus V2 plus a T2. Similarly, plus Vn plus U, not V, that is U2 Un a Tn. Okay, upon n. Now we can write it U1 plus U2 plus Un upon n, plus here what we have now, that is a. We will take a as common. So what we have now, that is T1 plus T2 plus Tn upon n. So here you can see the sign is, we are adding these two terms. So in that case we will take the n as LCM. So this is the same. Do not get confused with it. Okay. Now from equation 1, as we can see, this is U average, that is initial average velocity, plus this a, and this whole term is known as the average time. It is represented by one another term, that is tau. Here tau is the T1 plus T2 plus Tn upon n. This is known as relaxation time. Relaxation time is the time between two successive collision. Here you can find the value of U average is 0. So U average is 0 plus A tau, that is V average. Okay, or V average is equals to value of A from equation 3 is EE upon M. So it becomes EE tau upon M. This is also known as drift velocity. This average velocity is also known as drift velocity. So which is equals to EE tau upon M. Okay, now we have one more formula for electric field, that is E is equals to dV upon dr or dx. Here again we are not considering the negative sign, that is only for the direction purpose. So can we say this will be equals to V upon L, where V is the potential applied and L is the length of the conductor. So if we'll put what we have now, that is Vd is equals to E, in place of capital E, that is electric field, we have V upon L, and now here we have tau and M. Okay, here E is the charge on any electron, tau is the relaxation time, M is the mass of electron, and L is the length of the conductor. So from here we have two different points to consider. If first point, if L is constant, if L is constant means if we'll consider a fixed length of any conductor, so in that case this Vd, that is drift velocity, is directly proportional to the potential applied at the end of the conductor. And second case, if V is constant, or you can say for constant potential, V is capital V, that is potential, is constant. So in that case this Vd, drift velocity, is inversely proportional to Vd is inversely proportional to the length of the conductor. So for a constant potential, if we will increase the length of the conductor, its drift velocity will decrease. And if the length of conductor is fixed, so in that case if we will increase the potential, drift velocity will also increase. Clear? So that's all about the drift velocity. Thank you. Have a nice day.